Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Angela Westland, independent demonstrator in Australia. Today I have a gift bag tutorial for you today. It's very easy to do, and this is the sort of project that you'd be able to make quite quickly if you had children having a birthday party or something like that, or you just wanted to put a special gift in there for someone special. As you can see, it's folded at the sides. Very easy to make, so let's get started. So to start with, we're going to need a piece of designer series paper cut at 6 inches by 12 inches, which I have already gone ahead and done that just to save a little bit of time. And then we just need to score on the long side, so I'll just bring that out a bit. I'm going to bring my extended arm out. And I'm going to use my trimmer for scoring. Good thing about the Stampin' Up! Trimmer is that it does have a scoring blade as well as a cutting blade. So it's really good. So to start with, on the long side, we need to score at 4 inches. And make sure you're using your scoring blade and not your cutting blade. At 4 inches. And then at 5.5, 9.5, just slide it down there at 9.5, and 11. Slide it down. And then we're going to turn it round on the short side and just score it at 4.5 all the way down. And that's all the scoring that needs to be done. So then we're going to take our bone folder and we're just going to burnish those edges. All those score lines. As you're doing it, you'll see that your little gift bag's coming together. This last one down there. Now we're going to take our Stampin' Up! Little snips and we're going to take this little piece off on this little corner. I'm just going to cut that off. Okay, so just cut that one off, and then this score line, this score line, this score line and this score line, we just need to cut them up to that long score line that we did. So you've got first one just cutting up to that score line, go to your next one, cutting up to that score line, next one, cutting up to that score line. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to apply some tear and tape along this piece here. I'll just get my tear and tape. So this is the easiest way. Just put a couple of strips of that down there. Take that off. And then what we're going to do, that stays folded, we're just going to bring it straight over and line it up. You can see me doing that. Just line it up at that corner Make sure it's along the edge as closely as you can and let that down. And you can see already that that's forming. This is going to be your bottom. So at the top, at the bottom we've cut along to the top score line. At the top, now all we need to do is just push in at the sides from the top to about halfway down. Okay, so now we're just going to glue the bottom piece. So the best way to do that, I fold it in the two flaps, fold that piece down there, and now I'm going to just to apply some tear and tape as I did before along this piece here. I find when you're making the gift bags, the liquid glue or even the glue runners, they're not strong enough to hold your gift bag, and you don't want it falling apart on the person that you give it to like a couple of months down the track. I'm just going to turn that around. I'm sorry if it's out of your view, but I just need to get another piece just along that flap. Once you've got the measurements and the scoring down tack, it's really up to you how you embellish it. So just give them a good press down. Just going to take them off. Take them off. If your glue comes off, your tear and tape comes off the edge when you pull the white piece off, just push it back on with your finger. It's very forgiving like that. Now make sure that's down, and all we've got to do now is just press that down. Bit of glue there, so I'm just going to push that under there, and you've got your bag. See, it's just so nice and neat. If you do have any pieces off, like I've just noticed that I've got a little piece just going across there, I just take my paper snips and just trim it off. Same on that side. Let's take that off. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our 1 3/4 inch by 7/8 inch oval punch, and we're going to cut a top out of your bag. So as always with the Stampin' Up punches, we just release it as so. Just pinch together at the top. I just need to turn it so I can see what I'm doing, and just line it up about halfway. It's up to you how far you want it to go in. So I've just got it lined up about halfway, and then just punch it. And that gives you your little handle at the top. Okay, so then what I did was, we'll just move that out the way, I brought in my scallop tag topper punch, so I can just make a tag for that. So to do that, you'll need a piece of, well, I've used a piece of Whisper White, 2 inches wide by 3 inches long, and then I just, once again, we need to release our punch. If you have them 2 inches wide, they're going to fit perfectly in that punch. Just push it in as far as it'll go, then press down and you've got the perfect tag every time. So what I did then was I got some Delightful Dijon, and I have pre-done my tag, so I'm not going to do the whole tag, but I'll just show you what I did. I just applied a little bit very softly around the edges. Just especially if you're using Whisper White, it just adds a little bit of colour on your tag, but just go, you know, very light-handed, very light-handed with you when you're doing it like this. I don't know if you can see, but it does leave a nice little edging. So when you get to the curved part at the top, you're just going to go in very lightly, just touching the tag scalloped very lightly. Don't even have to ink up, really. Just depends how much colour you want to use. But just remember, you must do it very lightly. And that's left a nice, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it has left a nice edging just around that top. And then just depends how much colour you want to have on your card. Okay, so I've done that. And then what I did was I got a piece of the dotted lace in Delightful Dijon. Good thing about Stampin' Up, everything coordinates. And I've just tied it through after I've gone with my dobber all the way around, and then I've just tied a little piece of dotted lace in the Delightful Dijon colour, and also in the Delightful Dijon colour one of the little accents. I've glued that under where I've stamped For You, which came from the stamp set Birthday Blooms. It's a beautiful flower on this stamp set also, but I just used the For You stamp from that one, and that's from Birthday Blooms. Okay, so then what I did was I brought back in my little gift bag because I want to tie that on there. And I've just taken a piece of gold cord from the gold cord from Stampin' Up, and that's probably cut off a bit too much, but just thread that through. And then what I did, like, it'd be a good idea just to put in the bag what you want to put in there first, and then I'm just going to tie that up on there. And just do a little knot, not too hard. Then I would just bring my cord down, bring the lace up a bit. I just let the gold cord sit where it wants. Sometimes it might just twist round for me like that. And then this one, just cut it off where you want it cut off. It's a sweet little gift bag, that. So just for an added touch, just notice there's a bit there at the bottom. I'll just trim that piece off just to tidy that up. Now, using the same designer series paper, which I didn't mention at the beginning is from the Botanical Gardens Designer Series paper, which is in the Occasions catalogue at the moment. So using the same Designer Series paper and using the Elegant Butterfly punch, I've just punched out a butterfly, and in the same Designer Series paper, but I'm just going to use the other side of that. Just depending where your tag sits to where you want to put your butterfly. Might put mine just about there, so I'm just going to grab a dimensional, and I just like to pull that dimensional down so you can't see it, and I just like to bend up the wings a little bit, and I'm just going to pop that on there, and still get your fingers down to press on the other side like so. You just bring the wings up, so it gives like a 3D effect. So that's what we have so far, and just to finally, I'm just going to take some pearls. Just looking for my tweezers, and just going to put three little pearls down the center of his body. And that's it. That's your simple little gift bag. Just zoom in on it for you. Could be used for a lot of different things. And as I say, that is from the Botanical Gardens Designer Series paper. And the one I did earlier is also from the Designer Series, the Botanical Gardens Designer Series paper. So it's got some lovely patterns in that pack. So I'll put the links below to the gift bag tutorial, and thank you for popping by, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.